But
Ned, what do you think influenced you the most in your decision to come back?
I think we're making progress. I like the fact that these kids made the big jump like they did. And still, I don't think we're there yet. I said all along I want to help get us into a position where we can really compete. We're getting closer. I think everybody's excited about where we're headed and the way that we finished. That was good for everybody. I mean, we had our first winning month in September, but the kids gained valuable experience and took great steps forward.
Whit mentioned that he thought you maybe got a little bit re-energized too by these last 6 months.
I didn't get re-energized. I've been energized right from the get-go. I knew this was going to be a long haul, but I also know how to go about it. You have to show up every day with energy, and it's tough when you're losing every day. But still, when you get these young guys, you got to know when to step on the gas and when to lay off the gas. And at times people like Sam thinks that you got to have fire. Where's your fire? You've lost your fire. You don't have fire in these situations. You have to allow them the opportunity to grow, and you have to do it in a patient manner. You have to do it in an uplifting manner, and you have to do it in a manner that allows them to grow. Now, when they get experience and when they start to produce, that's when you start to step on the gas a little bit. That's when you start to hold them accountable for, situational type baseball. You don't move a runner over. There's no intent in moving a runner over. You sit the bench. All right, that's when the fire comes in. When you get to a point where you can really compete and you can get to a point where you can start to win games that would amount to leading up to a championship, that's where it goes. So the best thing we did all summer was not to put that pressure on them, was to allow them to continue to show up every day, continue to work their tail off. Every day you guys were here, you saw them out on that field at 3 o'clock, taking early batting practice. When early batting practice was over, they took early ground balls. And when early ground balls was over, they would bunt. And when early bunting was over, they would run the bases. So it was work every single day. And then once the game started, allow them the opportunity to go play. Allow them the opportunity to make their mistakes. And always address them, always be positive, always be supportive, and always have energy every single day. And that's the greatest thing that this coaching staff did every day. They have passion every day for the game, they have passion for the players, and they love to teach. But address everything. And then when that starts to happen, then guys start to have success. And as a group, you saw them start to believe in each other. You saw them start to believe in themselves. And then here we go. Now we start to have some success. And the game's exciting again. So, that's why I like coming back. Because you build from the beginning. And it's not just, you have to understand where you're at. And there's a certain way that you got to do it to get it right. And it's easier for me to do it because I've been through it. And I'm not saying somebody else can come in, but it's easier for me to get us to that point where it is down the road. I don't know, maybe it'll be next year, maybe it'll be the year after. And then let somebody come in that can really stomp the gas, really stomp it. And then go from there like we did in 13 and like we did in 14. But we'll just take it year to year. I love what I'm doing still. I still know what I'm doing, and I know how to get us there. But it's just going to take time.
Ed, you've talked about how much you like building. Obviously, it's not fun to lose, but when you look back at a season like this, do you get as much enjoyment out of a season like this in the long term than you do out of a 95 wins?
I'm going to go home feeling very good. I really am. Now, I couldn't say that at the All-Star break. When I went home for the All-Star break, I didn't feel good. I mean, it was no fun. It's very draining to get yourself, when you walk through that clubhouse door every day, when you're really struggling, when you're winning 5 games in June, to kind of grab yourself and say, let's go. You're going to walk through these doors. You're going to give these guys everything you have. Today, you're going to give them everything you have. You're going to be uplifting. You're going to walk through that clubhouse. You're going to do it with energy. You're going to make sure that they're working. That stuff. It's hard to do when you win 5 games in June. It's a lot easier when the guys when it starts coming like this. But You know, I saw somewhere that somebody said it was a disastrous year for us. It wasn't a disastrous year for us. It was a disastrous first half. I mean, we were bad, and we were starting, you know, to lose fans. But like I said, with patience, not panicking, allowing these guys a chance to have some success, I think that what we've showed in the last 6 weeks was a very exciting brand of baseball, a brand of baseball that we were accustomed to seeing in 13, 14, and 15. Now, we got to get much more consistent. I mean, we know that. We have to get much more consistent offensively. We've got to continue to stay focused on two-strike approach. We strike out too much. We have to get more proficient at situational baseball. We play solid defense, but we got to continue to work on that. We got to continue to work on our base running and small stuff, bunting, hitting, running, stuff like that. We got to get better at those in those areas. But you know, I feel real good where we're at today. I do. I think we've made good strides. I think that we've formed the nucleus of a championship club. Now, these guys aren't all going to be here when we win championships. We got guys in Wilmington. We got guys in Lexington. We got guys in Omaha. We got guys in Northwest that are going to be a part of that group. But, you know, with the draft guys that we got this year in the draft, the guys that we're going to get in the draft next year have positioned us again in the coming years to get back to a point where we're going to be able to compete for a championship.